This year has been pretty terrible, and your students are probably done, and you're probably done, and the idea of eking out a few more months sounds exhausting. But the best thing that you can do for yourself and for your students is to find something that actually excites you about the work that you're doing in the classroom, which is really hard right now. The most exciting thing that has happened in my classroom this year that has made my students actually want to show up most of the time is giving students classroom jobs and paying them in classroom money. I've been doing this all year, even though we've been fully remote, and something I plan on continuing to do when we move to a hybrid model. And when talking to Jennifer Gonzalez of the Cult of Pedagogy podcast about classroom jobs in a remote or a hybrid context, this is what she said.
You know, it's so funny. I've done probably maybe 4 to 5 different blog posts and podcast episodes and interviews that have some relationship to distance learning. And this is the first time I believe that anybody has brought up this idea. And I even went out on Twitter and said, what are your ideas? What's working? Nobody, I think, at once has mentioned the idea of giving students more leadership and more responsibility in these situations. And with teachers being as overwhelmed as they are right now, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, but I guess that's part of being overwhelmed is that you don't always see a solution that's right in front of you. But I can see this taking what has just been such a difficult year and adding just something, as a bright spot and infusing more energy into all these humans that we still have. They've got all of their talents and skills and energy and channeling it into something.
The students have different classroom jobs like podcaster or newsletter writer or tech guru or athletic trainer. And that part's really fun, but the real magic is when those jobs are tied to a salary that they get paid in classroom money. With that money, they have to spend a little bit of it on rent. They may have to pay fines for any unwelcomed behaviors in the classroom, or they could save up enough money to pay to watch their teacher get pied in the face. If you're interested in doing this in your class, if you're interested in doing something exciting in these last few months of class, I am starting a course on March 1st. That is 1 week, about 1 week from the time this video comes out, teaching teachers how to do this in these last few months of school. The course is called How to Teach Kids About Money Plus, but it's gonna be so much more than just teaching kids about money. It's really about creating a positive, fun, exciting, engaging classroom culture in a year that has been a challenge to create that kind of classroom more than any other year. Through the course, I walk you through how to implement and set this up in your classroom so that by the end of the month of March, you will have a classroom economy up and running for the rest of the school year. You'll be taking the course alongside other educators and hearing how they are doing things to contextualize the classroom economy for their content area and for their grade level, and you'll be supported by me all throughout the way. Enrollment ends February 27th, or once 250 educators have signed up to partake in the course. And so if you want to do this, enroll today. I'm going live here on my YouTube channel on Wednesday morning, February 24th, a few days before the end of the enrollment period, to walk through everything that you get with the course, what you're going to learn, what your actual assignments are going to be as you're contextualizing this classroom economy for your classroom, and answer any questions that you have about the course. So join me Wednesday, February 24th at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. If you can't make it at that time, just come on over to the channel later in the day, and a recording of the live stream will be available to view afterwards. So click on the link on the screen or use the link in the description to learn about the How to Teach Kids About Money Plus course and enroll today. The end of this school year doesn't have to be lame. Do something that's exciting for both you and the students.